Alrighty, gamers, how's it going? Daybreaker Rein coming at you through your video scope, and I'm pretty sure just about everybody who saw my first video on this knew that this was more or less coming, but the Castlevania series on Netflix finally got a trailer reveal, and I am super excited, to say the least. I am very, very excited, and let's just dive right into it and talk about the trailers. So there was obviously a lot of concern that I had in my last video because I didn't know exactly what direction they were going to go, what story they were going to follow, and there were a lot of rumors going around talking about how the series was going to be in CGI. I have been hearing that some people were led to believe it was going to be live action, like a lot of these adaptations on Netflix that are appearing, but thankfully that's not the case. And I'm actually really excited that they went with more traditional art style as opposed to CGI. It might fall in the same vein because I know that the re-release of Berserk has done like CGI in the anime, so they might do some CGI like characters and stuff like that, but the entirety of the show, as we've seen thus far via the trailer, is actual traditional animation, which is really, really nice, and I'm really excited that they went that direction. So it's obvious to me, being a Castlevania fan, that they followed suit with everything that I was hearing about following Castlevania 3's lore and following the story of Trevor Belmont. So in the trailer, it does reveal that we see Trevor Belmont, and I'm assuming the scar is pretty much a dead giveaway because that was in his redesign for Castlevania Curse of Darkness. I'm going to talk more about that here in a little bit. But so we've got Trevor Belmont, which I threw up on the screen, and they also revealed two characters which are essential to this plot. So briefly, we see a character, and I'm assuming this is Alucard because it looks very similar to how Alucard looks, got the same kind of hair and face look to his original design. So that's really nice. If that's pretty much essential. I mean, Alucard has to be a part of this in some shape or form or fashion. The other character that they revealed, I believe, is Sypha, and I'm going to show the picture here. So, which again is essential because Sypha was one of the playable characters in Castlevania 3 and followed Trevor Belmont on his adventures. So it's nice to see that at least two of the notable characters from the game have appeared. The only one missing would be Grant. Now, I originally had thought when I first saw the trailer that at the very end they show a character throwing knives, and I thought that that might have been Grant, but on a closer look, it is actually Trevor, just without the cloak. I'm really, really excited that this is the direction they took because I was scared to death that they were going to try to follow Lords of Shadow or try to make some continuation, and that's not what I wanted at all. I'm really looking forward to how they interpret the game because obviously the animation is not going to follow the exact definition of how the game played. So I'm excited to see how they're going to do their own interpretation of the game's story, which will be really interesting. And it's kind of also got me thinking that if they're going to look at everything that Trevor did and also look at the Curse of Darkness storyline, because Trevor was an actual vital component to the Curse of Darkness storyline. He was the Belmont that was around when the whole thing with Hector happened. So it'd actually be really cool to see Hector and Isaac and that whole storyline play out. Maybe if the animation, whichever you want to call it, does well enough that they get a second season and maybe focus on the Curse of Darkness storyline, which would be really, really cool and really neat. I think that's something that I think a lot of Castlevania fans would really want to see. But overall, I mean, there's really not much else I could say on the matter. I'm stoked, I'm ecstatic, I'm excited. It's amazing. We finally are getting something good out for Castlevania because the last thing we ever saw was that pachinko machine, the erotic violence, and it's like we don't really even care about that. And it's like I'm glad that we finally are getting something out of Castlevania that will really bring new life into the series again, and I think that's really something, you know. And I'm super happy that they went with the original whip design as well, that they didn't try to copy the combat cross or try to shoehorn in the combat cross. They gave Trevor the proper vampire killer, and that sings a million tunes to me. It really, to me, tells me that they are really looking at the source material and are giving it their own interpretation, that they're not making subtle changes to fit with the current, I guess, Konami lore, if you will, and things like that. So I'm really, really excited. I really just can't think of anything else more to say. So please let me know your thoughts, your comments on the trailer. I will link the trailer in the description below so you guys can check it out yourself. I think it's well worth the check out. I'm looking forward to July 7th. The whole month of July is going to be something special for me, and I think a lot of Castlevania fans alike. So I think that's going to be it for me for this episode, guys. If you like what you heard, please feel free to leave a comment, leave a like, leave a dislike if you want. I don't know. Subscribe if you like. I really want to try to get more of this content out, and I would really like to know if more people are into this kind of thing as opposed to just straight up just doing gameplay and stuff like that. So if people really like hearing my thoughts and comments on just random gaming topics, you know, I'd be more than happy to accommodate and get more videos of the like and ladder out there. And I apologize, this wasn't really ranty. It was more like gushing, if anything, because I'm that excited. So yeah, as always, guys, look forward to July, and I will see you guys again probably then. And until then, this has been Daybreaker Rein, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys.